Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, hi everyone. Let's say hi everyone online. Woo! Tell them hi. We have people from all across the country, and Erin I know is on vacation and is joining us online. So hi Erin. She was just here last week. So all right, lots and lots of announcements to go over. You guys are going to get to hear from Nita a little bit later, and she's going to share some great networking ideas. So get excited about that. Because I think it's always great. Well, she's brilliant. You know, we don't know where she met this beautiful sunshine of the lady over here. But it's always great to get some different ideas. So we got lots of announcements and things we're going to go over first. First of all, what is happening this weekend? Career Conference. If you're going to Career Conference, get on your feet. Woo! Yeah, you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go. Yeah. Okay, run sit down. If you guys have questions, in fact, those of you that are going to Career Conference, stay after because we're going to talk about hotels, carpool, everything. Make sure everyone's all on the same page, all right? This weekend, it's going to rock your world. I went as a brand new consultant. I've been in 4 days, and it's one of the reasons I moved as quickly as I did. It will rock your world. You're going to hear from the top of the top people in Mary Kay. So there are still spots available if you guys do want to go. I am making sure all of our unit has our $1 million t-shirts. So I have the whole box. If you do not have one, then we need to make sure everyone has one tonight because we're going to be wearing them at our conference. Okay. A couple announcements is, of course, anyone that orders 600 wholesale or more this month gets the gorgeous bracelet, which you guys know about. And then we also do a girls' night out, which you're more than welcome to join us with, where anyone that orders 600 wholesale gets to come to the girls' night out. And we always do something fun on the last couple days, or the last couple times we played games. First it was a board game, and then just the fun Mary Kay trivia game. So we always do something fun, and so it's definitely worth stretching for. We have a lot of fun doing that.
Friday. So put it on your calendar and make sure that you sell to order 600. That's what I'm trying to
Yes. A couple things is, of course, we normally do facials on Saturdays. There's no facials this Saturday. I would hope that you guys all understand that, those of you in Pueblo. Because where will we be? A career conference. Yeah. We're all going to be in Denver, so there will be no facials this Saturday. I had to clarify that. And our goal, those of us in our unit, our goal is to do 50, 40, 30 this month. And I'm giving away $1,000 cash. Could you get excited about it? I'm sure she's probably doing something different. But anyway, so every order, every agreement, every bracelet you earn gets you extra entries. So I'm sure she's doing something too. So make sure you know where you're at with your director. And one thing I do want you guys to know about, because I know that Teresa had asked about these, is I always have these flowers that you can buy from me, and you guys online can buy them too. They are, we're going to talk about, I'm sure Nita will talk about some great networking ideas. I love these flowers. I just went and did a restaurant on Friday night, got 20 names with these stinking flowers, and I sold a roll bag today and already have a new team member today because of the people I met Friday night. So networking, it's all about getting out there and getting new people, and you can turn your business on a dime. Like, don't tell me that, don't give a pity party about things aren't working in your business. Go change it. Go meet 20 new people at a restaurant with these flowers. In an hour, I met 20 new people. Okay, so I'm telling you, you can easily turn your business on a dime. But these are 10 cents each, and so this bundle is 80 cents, and I have tons of them. They're wooden. I spray them with perfume, take them everywhere. So anyways, at the end, we can figure all that stuff out, but I brought them for you. I want to make sure everyone knew about them. I love networking with those. Okay, big announcement that I want to make sure you guys know about that we're going to talk a little bit more about later is what's happening Thursday night up in Denver. What's happening? What's going on? Jamie, okay. I think most people, Jamie, Jamie's coming. Yeah. You need to know who Jamie is. You do not know who this lady is. She will rock your world.
It's really funny because
you're gonna go
on Thursday. She's like, after career conference, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Jamie's coming!" the next time.
She's gonna be the #1 national at the career conference this weekend. So you're gonna know who Jamie is. You're gonna be watched by Jamie this weekend. I promise. After the weekend, you're gonna know why we're all like, Jamie's coming to town. So Jamie is coming to town. She's from Florida. She's a big deal, okay? multi-millionaire in Mary Kay. So she's going to be at the conference Friday and Saturday, but she and Deb Weir, which is another amazing national, are putting on a special guest event Thursday night. And if you're interested, I know Brianna and I and Jana and actually Darla, I was just talking with her. We're going to go up early Thursday and literally blitz the town. I don't even know what we're going to do, but we're going to all go together. And we're going to go talk to people. And we're going to get people to come that night. I posted these on our Facebook page, and I made these cute little things that I will be handing out to everybody I meet that day. And basically, I'll pass them around. In fact, this one, I had 2 different ones. These you can keep. These you can keep, the other one. So I want you to at least take one with you. And my challenge to you is to hand it out to at least one person by Thursday. Okay? By Thursday night. We're going to go. I have 100 of these.
Because you pick up chicks every day.
Yeah, I pick up chicks every day. But you can make your own. You can make your own. I mean, you can make them. They're on our Facebook page. Print them off. I had my assistant print off 100 of these, and it was $5. Did you guys hear that? I know you're distracted by the hair, but I had my assistant print off 100 of these. It was $5. So I'm telling you, it's worth it. Challenge yourself to go out and just talk to people. So we're going to go up early. If you're interested, let us know, but we're just going to blitz the town and basically say, I'm personally offering, if you're in my unit, $25 of product for free for anyone that comes that night. This costs you nothing, but you're going to want to get people in front of Jamie. Okay. She will rock your world. Get your husband there. Just come. So it is, I'm telling you, you want to be in front of Jamie. The event is from 7 to 9. And then she's doing training with Deb from 5:45 to 6:45. You do have to sign up for it on her website. You do have to pay $15. So be sure to register because they won't let you in the door. But I would definitely. It's no.
A lot of the ones in Denver in the past, you've been able to register at the door. You cannot register at the door because Jamie needs to know how big of the ballroom she needs to get.
Because they pay for this beforehand.
Register at the door. You must register online.
And the email, the website's on my Facebook page. I posted it on.
The website's, I think, on the flyer.
It's on the flyer too. No, not on that flyer because that one's for guests. But it is WWJCB Global. Is it on that one?
It's not on the one. It's not on that
this one.
It's on the other one that doesn't.
Okay. So anyways, you guys are gonna want to go to Jamie. You want to get people there. What's your question? Training 5:45 to 6:45. So we're probably going to go up be up in Denver by 11 or noon, and then blitz the town for like 3 or 4 hours and just tell everyone you need to come. You need to come to this event. You're going to get $25 of product. You need to come. You need to go. You need to come. You're going to go blitz. Just go do it. You don't know what it is. It's cool. Hey, I took Brianna. Brianna was new, and she always
tell the whole story.
I'm going to tell the short version, the Candace version. We did this thing in Castle Rock, and we went to this event, and we're like, oh yeah, we can do this. So basically we booked a hotel room in Castle Rock, and we were told this event to just go blitz the town, and we didn't know what we were going to say. And so I got in a car with Brianna, and so we went out and choose. And we just were like, yeah, we're going to go talk to people.
The other was 3.
Well, we had 2 and 3.
You were the director, and I was
so she was a newer consultant, and we're driving to Target, and she's like, what are you going to say? I'm like, I don't know. What are you going to say? I'm like, I don't know. And so we walk into Target, and I'm like, go talk to her. And like, I pushed her in front of this lady.
The lady saw.
Pushed her like almost fell on her face.
Oh my God, I gotta talk to her now. I have to.
It works. So that's my tip. And so push your consultant. She got her number, so see it works. So you never know what's going to happen.
That was the first time networking. You're still here.
Yep.
That's my first time right off the bat.
There you go. Got out of the way. Hey, we're bonded now. It's cool. Push me literally. Exactly. I knew she'd figure it out. She figured it out. She did. She got it.
I remember, the picture, literally on top of I-25 on the bridge in her pink Cadillac, and I was like, well, what are you going to say to these people when you meet them? And she was like, oh, I don't know. What are you going to say?
Figure it out.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to teach me how to do everything.
I've never done this before. I've never done the blitzing thing. That was the last time I've done that. So Thursday, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to figure it out.
I'm going with you again. I have way more experience.
Who wants to come with me? Who wants to come with me? It works. It works. Aren't you excited to come blitz the town with us?
It's really fun. Honestly, you guys, that was one of the most fun days that I had. It's just recognizing that she doesn't always know what she's doing either, but she just tries. And that's what's important is you just try. You're a real person, you just try and you learn. And it was fun to learn together because I'm joking around, I still look up to her, but like at that moment I was like, oh, she's human. Like, yes, I can do that too. Yeah. And it just, so spend time, like anytime, even if you're scared to go blitz, like anytime your director offers time with you, oh my gosh, take it. Because you will see us do stupid stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stupid stuff.
Transparency, I think you can do it. So when I come into something and you have your director, I found that if you think that they are just so perfect and they can do it, you can't duplicate that.
No.
Right.
And I used to also do Miriam.
You've done it all. Good Lord.
So when you act like, I learned that there because when you do that, it makes it more easy.
Yeah.
So it's translucent. It's achievable.
I don't think I could be perfect if I tried. So.
And if you have somebody that
nobody
acts
can be
like they're
perfect.
I can't do it.
Who wants to do that? No. No. The more you get to know us, we're not perfect.
I like this.
But
So
yeah,
not
still hang out
perfect.
with us during the day.
That's why life's more fun when
You
you
like
have
at least
perfect.
one person. I mean.
So you're going to want to go and you're going to want to get people there. It's going to be powerful. So, and just to get people in front of Jamie and just I think also if you're maybe, not in a great place in your business or discouraged, come with us, coming out with us. We're going to spend the day together. You'll be around that positivity. And I can guarantee these nationals will light a fire into your butt. That you'll go to a career conference feeling even more powerful. And even if you can't go to a career conference, or you're not going to a career conference with us, come to that event. It's gonna be powerful. And Jamie's my mentor. She's from Florida, and I want us to represent like our unit because we're like really her only unit here that is adopted into her area. And so I want you guys to show up to be in her space to have me introduce my unit to her. Does that make sense? Like I want you guys to have that special time with her because at career conference. There's over 2,000 people there. It's going to be crazy, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Jamie!" Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. It's like a little celebrity fan club thing, and there'll be like piles of people wanting to talk to her. That extra special time that you get and to be a part of our unit is a huge deal. So definitely make sure to make it there.
The other thing to do too, like if you have one of those silly job things during the day and you can't go, weird.
Silly job things.
I don't know. I've heard some people do. You can just pack your car. Get your neighbor. I mean, like your director's giving away $25 in free product. Well, yeah, your director's giving away $25 in free product to whoever comes.
She's excited.
Yeah, your director's giving away $25 in free product. Like, why would you not go next door and be like, hey, dude, my director's giving away $25 in free product. Just come ride with me.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Very painless.
I get credit and you get free product. Like, how bad could it be, really?
Okay, so we're going to talk about this since we're kind of going off on this right now. Our little bit of our training was going to be how to get people to events. Do you guys know how to invite people to an event like this? Well, besides your director pushing you and saying, go talk to her, how would you invite someone to an event? Brianna, how would you invite someone to this event tonight? See, I throw under the bus all the time. Still does.
You'll learn.
I slap her all the time. I told her to sit up here on purpose. Really is.
So, yeah, because honestly, your director's not going to be with you all the time when you see somebody super cute. And I was actually out shopping today. Getting leads. I happened to shop while I was getting leads. But there's this really cute girl in the dressing room. And I was like, oh, can't have her in the dressing room. That's awkward. And so then we walked out of the dressing room. And I was like, oh, no, now I'm just plain scared. So I did it. That's the moral of the story. Okay, I did it anyways, even though I was scared. You're going to feel scared. You're going to feel worried. You're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel whatever. You're going to feel self-conscious. but what's the worst she's gonna say? She's gonna say no, and she's not gonna come. And if you don't ask her, she's not gonna come because she doesn't know when it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's important to just ask. And I honestly forgot what, like, networking events, I totally forgot what I was saying. Like, I just know, I remembered that I saw her in the dressing room and I knew I should talk to her. I saw her shopping, I knew I should talk to her. And then I saw her in the checkout line and she was right next to me. And I was like, dang it, now I really have to talk to her.
How did you start that conversation?
Hey, can I ask you a crazy question? That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something really random? And then I always go, I'm so sorry. I know that's weird, but you have really awesome makeup and I'm doing a portfolio for contouring and highlighting. Is there any reason that you wouldn't want to be just like a quick little face model for me? They never say no.
Yeah, you just find what works for you. Like, you know, I always start to, this is going to sound crazy, but, you know, and you just put it out there. Then it kind of breaks the ice.
And if you say that it's weird first, can I ask you a weird question or can I ask you a random question? Then they're not going to be like, that's really weird. You already told them it was weird. You already overcame that objection.
Like you just, yeah, I know. I'm just, because that's the first thing I think. Why is Lily talking to me? Why is Lily talking to me? Why is Lily talking to me? You know what I mean? That's what she's thinking. And so, yeah, asking people to be models is a great way to ask people to just for their face. Okay.
Oh, she's coming over tomorrow.
There you go. See, it can be that quick. It can be that quick. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I left Ross, which I'm gonna talk about later, and she texted me back by the time I got down to Target. I was like, "Yay,
that's awesome.
That's good.
That's awesome.
That's great."
Yeah. But it's really important to, okay, so the other thing that I would ask people about that, like to this thing on Thursday night is ask people to come for to see a motivational speaker. Like, it is going to be inspiring. You're going to hear these women have overcome some huge obstacles that Mary Kay or not, they will be inspired after they leave. I promise that. And Jamie is a motivational speaker and Deb's amazing too. But I know that Jamie has gone to different events, not Mary Kay related, to just share her story. She's overcome a lot of stuff in her life that everyone would be inspired just by being it, whether they want anything to do with Mary Kay or not. Okay, so I'm really going to be promoting it with the people that I know. Come for a fun girls' night out. You're going to hear from a great motivational speaker. She is, a multimillionaire in Mary Kay, and I'd love to have you come. And for me, she's my mentor, so I'm saying I'd love to have you come meet my mentor, and I'm giving people $25 a free product just for your time.
Really
just for your time.
For your customers.
Yes.
Because it's not always. Yes, you always want the new, but it's good to get your customers involved too, because things change in their lives, where maybe you shared the business with them when they first became your customer and they weren't ready, but then going to see something like Jamie might just be what pushes them over the edge, or it might just be that last layer that they need, or maybe they just lost a job or something. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like, they're just telling you they ran out of cleanser. Maybe they ran out of some other stuff too.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what's going on in their life. So I would ask anybody and everybody that you've maybe shared the business with, or anybody, that you believe could listen to the opportunity and could use something more in their life, just have them come. But I would set a goal to have at least 5 people join you. No less than 5 people join you. I want you to set a goal to have at least 5 people. How about this? I'll give you a prize. I don't even know what that may be. I'll give you some cool prize. But something shiny. If you have 5 people. Here's a little tip for getting 5 people there. I would feed them if they're people you know.
Yeah.
Take them in your car, meet them beforehand, bribe them with food, and have them come with you. Women love free food. They love free food. Who cares if it's Taco Bell? It's free, okay? It's for free.
And I also find that if you have a challenge,
Yes.
Just because you have a challenge. Just say it's totally random, but my director just challenged me to have 5 people come to this event.
I don't know 5 people.
I really need you to come. Because women are going to do something to help you out. And I think the key is if you're sold on it yourself. I'm sold myself. That's the one thing you have to just remember is these events. I remember one time Pat Fortenberry was coming into Northern Virginia, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get all my people to come. And she did a little training before the guest event, and it was called the Go Director Fast Training. And she was standing there and she said, there's someone in this room that has 1 team member, and by the end of this month, it was 2 days before the end of the month, you're going to be in DIQ. Well, one of my consultants
That's 10 team members.
sparked her ears. She's like, oh, I can
do this. 2 days left in the end of the month. She got 7 people to come to the event that night. It was within a 3-hour time span from the training to the event. She got 7 people to come, and every single one of them signed up. And she went into DIQ with like $7,000 or $8,000 in production because all of them placed orders, and it all happened within a 2-day period. So the thing is with these people that are nationals, which we're all becoming, we're in the process of expanding our mind. Is there something that happens when you're with those people? They're at that place and that position for a reason, and it has to do with the way they think. And when you're around people that think differently, you get caught up in their thinking. Does that make sense? That's why you can go to an event and be like, oh my gosh, that was so awesome, and you don't even understand why. It's because your thoughts have now become their thoughts, and you've been expanded, even if it's just for one night. And so that's why these guest events can be so powerful, and so much can happen in a matter of 2 hours.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
And no, she brings up a great point that it could happen that quickly. Yeah, if you want to get into the IQ in 24 hours, you bring a whole car full of people.
Yeah, say I'm
Yeah,
bringing
bring
with
10 people.
food and
Yeah,
products.
and free
Come and
products.
check it out. I'd love to get your opinion of it.
And you'll see people sign up, like she was saying, and she was like, you'll just see all these people go up and just like,
I have no
I
idea
wanna
why
be a
I'm
part of
doing
that.
this.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know why I'm signing up tonight, but I just, it's the craziest
like
thing. So bring people, I think that's a great point that you've got to be sold on it and know that this event could really change your life. And Brianna, you should share the story how Brianna brought, how many guests doing the Suzanne Brothers
Oh yeah,
event?
our first big event we did in the
Three. And this was an Inner Circle National, a powerful national, and literally all 3 recruited. And she didn't have any team members before that, right? I don't think, or
I
maybe
was
like
a red
one.
jacket.
She was a red jacket, but
That was the month that was going into DIQ.
But that night, I literally remember it was like the game changer though for her to believe that, oh, this really is possible, because she had 3 people sign up that night at the event.
And
And
I
they all
remember
came in.
Jeanette sitting there being like, what just happened? I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is weird. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
So get
But it
people
was-
in front of nationals.
It's not
big events.
Yeah,
Make a difference.
the big events make a huge difference.
Mhm.
Huge difference.
But even the small events too, I'll just put a little plug in too for our facial events, because like in the ones in Pueblo and the ones on Saturday here and even on Monday nights, you guys, we need to be getting larger guest counts here, because this energy, they need to be a part of this energy and this dynamic and hear what's going on. And you know that you need to get your guests in front of us directors. Like, we want to get people in front of nationals, but you also want to get your guests in front of directors, okay? Because a lot of people do sign up at events, you know, whether it's a facial event or a big, huge guest event. But these huge guest events, it's like happening Thursday. This is like once every 6-8 months. I mean, maybe once a year do these big events like this happen. But we have weekly powerful events that you guys can invite people to. But it goes back to, if you're not bringing guests, it's usually one of 2 reasons. You're not sold on it yourself, or you don't have a goal. Because when you have a goal to do 30 faces, if you're brand new, you bring people. And if you have a goal to move up, you bring people. Otherwise, and if you haven't, there's several of you people in the room, I'm not trying to make anyone feel guilty, but have not brought guests in a long time. And it's probably because you don't have a goal. Because when you have a goal and when you're excited, you ask people differently. You ask people differently. So are you asking people to come to our events? Because it's crazy for me to see people not invite people to events, because your director does all the work for you. We sell product for you, and we recruit people for you. And it's a really good use of your time. I know everybody in this room is busy. Busy. It's one of the biggest objections I hear from consultants who are already in and people who are thinking about signing up is, I'm busy. Bringing 3 to 5 people to an event on a Saturday or on a Monday night is a great use of your time, because you could easily get all of your work done for the week. Mondays and Saturdays, that's the time you're already here. So I want you guys to know that it's a really smart use of your time. Instead of running around town and doing 10 individual facials, book them all here. Book 5 for a Monday, book 5 for a Saturday. Much better use of your time, people. So why aren't you asking guests? I'd ask yourself that, because it's a good use of my time. I try and book all of my facials here. If I'm going to be here, might as well. I know she does.
Yeah, I book all of my facials for Monday night at 6:30, the Thursdays that we're in Pueblo at 6:30 and Saturdays at 10 or at 2 in Pueblo. And the reasoning behind that is exactly that. Like, I will go to somebody's house for a party.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to somebody's house for a party. If they want a full color appointment, you can come to my house because I don't want to carry all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come to my house. But I just have it all set up nice in my office. It's not really that much to carry. I just don't want to put it away. Let's be honest. I don't want to clean it up. But it's a much better use of your time because otherwise you can't book. Like if you book, Tuesday at 6:30 for Candace, I can't book Tuesday at 6:30 for Nita at 2 separate places. I can, but then you're double booking, which is good. You should always double book. Double book yourself. I can talk, don't worry. But then you're gonna have to reschedule one of them when they both hold. And if you only schedule Candace, like say Candace lives in Pueblo, and then I schedule Nita and we'll pretend that she lives in Pueblo too, and I schedule them like this next to each other instead, and then Candace has to reschedule. Now I'm driving down to Pueblo for one person. And I'm going, that wasn't a good use of my time. The other thing I want to say about inviting people to the events, the best thing that you can say, I learned from Pam Kelly, is there any reason why you couldn't come on Saturday at 10? Because if you say, will you come to this event? We are all conditioned to say no.
Yeah.
Write
You
that down.
give a
Every
yes
single one of
or
you need to
a
write
no,
that down.
Anytime you ask a question, the answer is always no. So make sure no is the answer that you want.
You say those words again since they all grab paper, right? And are writing this down.
Is there any reason why you couldn't come to my studio Monday at 6:30 or Saturday at 10?
That works for everything else in this business. Is there any reason why you couldn't be a face for me? Is there any reason why you couldn't listen to the business opportunity for me?
Exactly.
Is
what
there
I said
any-
to that chick today in house. Is there any reason why you couldn't be a contour model for me? Just a little bit on your face.
Works for kids and husbands too. Is there any reason why you can take out the trash tonight?
It does not. When they learn it, it doesn't.
Until they figure it out. Until they figure it out.
Do you know what Landon said to me the last time? I will never ask my child that again. The last time I asked him, like, is there any reason you couldn't put a new trash bag in the trash can? Yeah, Dad said not to say yes. Was something about Dad said don't fall for it or something like that. I was like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Dad.
But it goes back to asking it when you're booking. Like when I book with people, are you available evenings or weekends? Okay, Mondays or Saturdays. Like those are my first options. Then are you giving them that option would be my question. So we want to be able to work for you, but we can't work for you if you don't book us and get us in front of people. Okay? So there's a little plug about the events, but get people in front of the Jamie event. So, all right. Yes.
Can you say, is there any reason why you can't be a contour model for me? Are they understanding that you're trying to sell them something? Or they're coming and they think
But I'm not trying to sell them something. I'm
They're
trying to
a
show them
model.
something.
but they're modeling for you?
Yeah.
Before and
You
after
take before and
picture.
after pictures. Yeah.
I have a whole album of
How do
before and
you-
after
How
pictures.
do you end that? Like, so you put their
Same
face
way.
on and you're
Same way.
oh so beautiful and
I know you don't have to buy anything. Like there's no obligation, but you couldn't get this at a store. And I know you just said you loved how this felt, or you loved this, or you loved that. Whatever they loved, whatever they just told you during the compliment section that they loved, their favorite part was. And I know you love that, but you can't get it at a store. So I'd feel really bad if you wanted it and I didn't show you how to get it. So I'm just gonna show you. If you don't want anything, totally cool.
Yeah, because you told them. And here's the thing too. I mean, we're not talking a ton about closing tonight, but I think you bring up a great point that when you're like, I've worked my entire business, like just the people I sold to today and I recruited today, they were winners from a restaurant. And so, but you change gears in that at the end you have to close them. The entire time I'm saying, I'm just pampering you. I'm just pampering you. We tell them at the beginning, we tell them multiple times, you don't have to buy anything. But if you did want to buy everything, it was 100% satisfaction guarantee. But at the end, you have to give them the option to close, so that's how it changes is before I get into closing, I say, just because you came today, you don't have to buy anything. We don't work that way. But in case you did want to get something, let me show you how things come. and then you transition right into closing. You go through the roll-up bag set sheet, you show them everything. Those of you that are new, that's really key that you say, because you ask them, I just need practice faces, right? Practice, 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 and you do. But at the end, how that conversation changes, and I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because a lot of consultants, if their sales are really low with their 30 practice faces, it's usually because they didn't even at all close, because they didn't want to pressure anybody. They didn't want to whatever. And nobody wants to pressure them, but you have to know too, you have to give them the option. You're just giving them the option. You've told them multiple times they don't have to buy anything, but at the end, you've got to at least give them the option. And you guys are new, so say, this is part of my training. You can totally throw us under the bus and say, my director says I have to ask you this. Seriously, like throw me under the bus all day long. I don't care if it helps you learn how to master the close, you know? So does that make sense? So then that transition goes to, hey, I know you were just a practice face for me, but as part of my training is I need to show you just how everything comes so I can learn how to close. And then you go right into, like you would, here's the set sheet, here's the this, and then you go into asking them the closing questions, which a lot of consultants don't. You explain the roll-up bag options, and then you say, you know, if it's comfortable for you, then you say, okay, so part of my training is to just ask you these 6 closing questions. And does that make sense? That use it all as, my director told me I have to do this. That's how you make the transition. Great question. Kenneth said, so mean. You can tell I'm mean. It's cool. Whatever makes you sales, it's cool.
The other thing I do to that is I set it up at the beginning. I let them know that today we're going to be trying some skincare. We're going to do a little bit of color. We're going to do a hand treatment. And then I'll sit down with you guys individually, make sure you don't have any questions. If you're interested in anything, that kind of thing. So they know that I'm going to sit down with them at the end.
Yeah, important. It's a good question. Okay, one last thing, and then we are going to go into networking. So I'm sorry, we didn't forget that. One last thing that I didn't want to talk about, we're going to shift gear. Did I say a question?
So like last Monday, I invited like 10 people, and I didn't get one.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get people to come?
My question would be is, what would your follow-up look like? Did you get their number? Did you confirm
No,
with them
just, like,
before?
Reaching out to people I had on my phone or contacts I
Right.
had previously made or everyone.
Was it over text or was it Facebook? Like, how was it? Textbook. And so these are all people you know. Well, I would just say numbers is key. Like, you asked 10 people, that is awesome, but maybe they couldn't come that Monday night. That I think one of the really important things, and I'll bring that up really quickly, is you have to know that just because they couldn't come, that had nothing probably to do with you.
Yeah.
And probably everything to do with they didn't maybe know entirely what it was. Maybe they weren't available. Maybe they had to work. That a lot of times if we don't hear back from people, we don't know what to do with it, and so then we think they're not interested. Where a no answer doesn't tell you anything. That I've always been told you follow up with someone until they flat out tell you no. Just because how many times you get a text message and you think to respond and you never do. Like, I do that to my own, like, my sister is the worst. And I'm always like, are you alive? Like, what the heck? Until I say that, then she's like, oh yeah. Or, you know, for someone that I haven't heard from them in a long time and I've sent them a ton of texts, and I'm like, I'm feeling like your stalker, smiley face. And then at that point, they will get back to me. But, so I just throw it out there, but I'm just saying that just because they don't get back to you does not mean that they're not necessarily interested. But you have to ask enough people, but I also think, here's the other thing with our society in general, I won't go off on this tangent, but texting is way too easy to say no or just not respond. Way too easy. Because our Facebook posts, you know, how many gazillion Facebook messages and Facebook posts you see, and then you just are like, oh, that's nice. You don't really know what it is. You don't comment. You don't whatever. That it's always best if you can have a conversation with them on the phone or in person. Always, always. That's going to increase your ratio a gazillion and one times. Because when they hear your heart and hear that, I literally just need a model. Like calling someone to this event. Do not post it on Facebook and think you're going to get results. I'm just telling you right now, you're not. But if you contact someone and say, oh my gosh, Laura, I have this awesome event. My mentor's in town. I need 5 guests. I would love to spend the night with you. We'll drive up to Denver. I'll buy you a dinner. You don't talk about, who cares? I'd love to catch up with you. You get $25 of product, and I would love, what can you help me out? They hear your heart, that you're not trying to recruit her. You're not trying to have her go this Mary Kay thing, whatever. She's not a number. She's a person. Does that make sense? Because people they're inundated all the time. That's got to be the difference is the relationship. and having that conversation with them. So that would be my suggestion. I don't know if you guys have any suggestion. I think it needs to be a conversation with them.
I think one of the things that I did when I first started was I didn't follow up with people enough because I was under the impression that 3 times was enough because I'm one of those people that tends to get back to people.
Oh, imagine that.
Weird.
While you're here.
Weird. But I found out very quickly that they'll tell you if they're not interested. If they don't answer, it doesn't mean they're not interested.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a friend who had one of her best consultants. The first time she called her, the lady hung up on her.
Oh, wow.
And she like almost didn't call her back. And she texted her and was like, snarky, but she basically texted her and said, "Oh my gosh, I think we got disconnected. I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to think I hung up on you. That's so rude." And so then she ended up getting in touch with her because she didn't get a firm no, right? She didn't get a no. She got hung up on. And it was more of her like attitude that well, if you knew her, she called her back. And what happened was the girl's daughter fell off the couch, fell off the back of the couch right as she called. So she dropped the phone and grabbed her daughter. But you don't know what happens on the other end of the phone. Like, we make up these stories like, she hung up on me, how rude. She could have just said she's not interested. But she was interested. She came in as a star and did great. So, you don't always know.
They'll tell you.
Yeah,
because
that's so true.
They will
It
always
is true
tell
with
you.
a lot of things because
Yeah.
there's been even relationships that I've pursued because I wanted that friendship or whatever, and maybe they're just not as good as I am as far as getting back. But my Mary Kay training has taught me I'm going to be positively persistent.
Yeah.
And trying to get together with me?
I was really trying to become your friend. You kept blowing me off. Finally,
She blew me out too.
I did.
but it's a good skill to have, is my point. Because people will tell you if they're not interested. But if you want to build relationships, you've got to be sometimes.
But I only blew you off because I wasn't not interested. I was interested.
I know.
I just wasn't ready. So I blew you off till I was ready.
So here, they bring up a great point that people will tell you that I think sometimes just asking the question outright and just saying, Laura, I've asked you a couple times to come this, and I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if you're interested or not. I don't want to bug you. Can you just tell me yes or no? And just ask them. For a yes or no question, be honest with them and say, I don't want to bug you. I just need to know, are you interested or not? I just need to know. As your friend, I care about you as a relationship. I don't want to bug you. I just need to know. And then 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just can't come that night. Or I've been meaning to get back to you or whatever. Or they'll honestly tell you, no, I'm not interested. I would much rather somebody tell me that than not get back to me. I thank people immensely if they tell me they're not interested. But then it ends on a good note. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That I think we have to be brave too to just say, hey, I don't know what to do with this. You know what I mean? I don't want to bug you. I care about you as a person. Where do we go from here? Does that make sense? So just ask. Yeah. Okay. One more thing I do want to talk about really, really, really quickly because it's a huge goal for us as a unit, and is to sell. Our goal is to sell. Hopefully you saw and got the text and the Facebook. Our goal is to sell 1,000 items this week. Okay.
How many items are in the repair set?
5.
Oh, just checking.
How many items are in set and hand set? 3. Okay, so every single item counts, all right? And my friend Karen did this amazing training, which y'all need to watch if you've not watched it, about your why and knowing what your why is. If you're feeling like you're really struggling with motivation or, feeling that well, we all struggle with motivation, but it's usually because our why is not strong enough. And we tend to give into laziness and procrastination when our why is not crystal clear. So go watch that training. I posted on our Facebook page because I truly believed everyone needed to hear it. So watch it. But side note, the reason I brought her up is because her unit sold $1,000. They actually sold $1,200. Hers ended by Saturday night. And I'm like, dang, we were last month the #1 unit in the nation. If she can do it, we can do it. So now I feel very challenged because we're a little behind. So we need to catch it up, people, and sell 1,000 items. So it went from Thursday to Friday. No, I lied. Friday to Thursday. So it goes till this Thursday. So any single item you have sold, if you have not already told me or posted on our Facebook page, or keeping track of how many items, individual items that you sold. When you sell 25 items, you get a prize, and I'm going to give you a way cooler prize for, I don't even know what it is yet, but it'll come with something cool. For the person, bragging rights is the biggest one, the person that sells the most over the next week. So I want you to be excited about selling items. Okay, and then you tell people. So how you use this is you tell people you're in a challenge. We give you these challenges so that you talk to people. It gives you some courage. You say, hey, my director, or say our goal as a unit is to sell 1,000 items this week. My goal this week is to sell 25 items this week. Is there any reason why you couldn't help me with my goal? And you smile and you shut your mouth. That's the important part.
That's the most important.
That's the important part. He's laughing over there.
Say that and then
He's laughing.
say that and then you just shut up.
Okay, so let's all try it. Okay, I'm gonna say it, and then you're all gonna say it back to me. Okay, so ready? Is there any reason you couldn't help me with my sales challenge to sell 25 items this week? Smile. I forgot to smile.
Just smile.
And you stare. And you bat your eyes really big. Get this. The first person that talks goes home with the product. All right? So if you want to take your product home with you, then you. Because
You could put sets together in a
Yeah.
basket. You could put a couple eyeshadows together in a basket, and you could do that. You could have your kids do that.
Oh, that's the best. I will borrow your kid. But I want you guys to get excited about this because it's going to help you with product, but it just gives you confidence in talking to people. We give you these challenges so you use them, but you have to open your mouth, and just posting stuff on Facebook, it doesn't count. It's just tell people, I have a challenge. I'm in a goal. And then you ask them, is there any reason you could help me? They say yes or no. If they can't help you, do you know anyone who could help me with my goal and my challenge, or could maybe use some Mary Kay or some Dagger Nita Mary Kay? And people come out of the woodworks, you guys, but people will buy things. Like Nita, it's so right. Women will do things for two reasons. They help someone else. Women love helping other women, and they get something out of it. Maybe you offer your own little challenge and say, when I reach my 25 items sold, I'll give somebody their item or someone their order at 50% off when I reach my goal. Whatever. Make something up. You have the flexibility to do that. But the whole reason I'm doing this is that on average, that's going to be about $400 of sales in your pocket. Okay? I want you making money, but sometimes it's easier to focus on just items. Does that make sense?
The other thing too is when you tell people that you have a goal like that and that's your challenge, I can't think of anybody else right now, so I'm just gonna use my dad's example. I was talking to my dad about the 1,000 items thing, and he was like, oh, you know what? I needed to get eye gel. I'll just get 2.
Mm-hmm.
People that reorder or people that are your current customers, when you share that with them, okay, it's tax season, okay? So they have a little extra cash to be like, oh, well, yeah, I can just stock up. I'll totally help you with your goal. I'll stock up. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret. When they stock up and they order multiples, they tend to use more because they're like, oh, I got another one. It's okay. All right, I got another one. And they're not as careful about the little pea-sized amount as they are when they have only one. Just saying, it's the truth. But that's when you don't tell them about your goal, then they're just going to reorder the one. Like my dad would have just gotten 1 eye gel, but because I told him about my goal, he got 2. He's not gonna buy anything for a year, but
but they may be waiting to reorder next month. That this would be a reason for them to reorder now. Does that make sense? So yeah. Anything else you want to add about ways to make quick sales, Nita? I just think you guys are the best.
Well, and just be excited about selling the product. It's so fun to make that quick money. I was thinking about tomorrow, getting people on that repair set. I have someone reordering a volume from lifting serum. It's only $75, but I'm like, who makes $75 in literally 20 seconds dropping off a product? And I mean, you're really making half of that, but seriously, you make such good money with this product, ladies. And work smart, not hard. I mean, if you have to do a sale on the repair set or the miracle set this week, because those people will then reorder. And so anytime I've needed to reach a big sales goal, I focus on the big ticket items Because if you focus on the Time-Wise repair set, that's $200. You could give a $50 discount and still make $50. But the idea is then they're reusing it and needing to buy more in a month, and getting that value from lifting serum, $75 reorder every month and a half is huge. So that's what I would be doing.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe, you offer a discount on any skincare item.
Yeah.
Or any skincare set.
Not item, but
Yeah,
set, like
set.
Miracle set, microdermabrasion set, or the repair set. Or botanicals or clear proof, but really push the repair set. I did get a really good before and after picture. I can send you that
Post on
Voxer,
Facebook, yeah.
that I thought was amazing with the Time-Wise repair. And people will buy that because of the before and after picture, but it's really hard to do that with some of the other skincare sets. But the Time-Wise repair, you can sell that with just a picture of me. It's awesome.
Yeah. And I think, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I would love to have you use this. Check out this picture and see what's possible. I'd love to have you use it and see,
Guaranteed.
100% that they can use the entire thing. I say that all the time with the skincare. I mean, we've talked about this a lot, and it was really preached at Career Conference last year with the 21-day Glow and Tell Challenge.
Exactly.
Try it for 21 days. And if your skin isn't glowing and you want to tell everyone about it, return it. But after 21 days, they've developed a habit. So maybe you offer a 21% discount initially, but they're developing that habit, and they're going to get to where they can't live without it. Anybody that I've ever had on the repair set, they don't know how to, like, what to do with their skin without it. Like, their skin got so used to it. Yeah, good stuff.
I just got somebody to come to the event.
There you go! Yay! Love it.
Just text it coming.
Cool.
Yeah, I messaged her on Facebook. She's actually been thinking about doing Mary Kay for a
Awesome.
while.
Oh,
I was like, even if you're not thinking about it anymore, these people are great.
good. And you get free product. See, it's not easy. And one thing I will say about that really quickly, I know, wait till I mean, but if someone is coming, send me their info, because I want to reach out to them beforehand. That's the other thing. Okay, really quickly, and then we're going to have to give me this training, I promise, and then I'll shut up. Oh, I totally forgot about that too. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. We remind each other. It's good. Okay, hold on. I need to remember this. Okay, for the events on Saturdays and Monday and definitely Thursday, send me their info beforehand. You know, like that girl, send me your info, because then it helps. This is something I've learned from Jamie and I have not mastered. And so I need to be better about preaching at you guys about it. Not preaching, but just reminding you, because it's a habit I need to develop. That I reach out to them beforehand. It's that extra layer of they're looking forward to seeing me. Does that make sense? So I would reach out to your person, you know, Thursday, or, you know, someone is coming Thursday or Saturdays or Mondays, and say, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet you, Susie Q. Helena told me all about you. Thank you so much for supporting her and her business and her goal. What would you like for your $25 of product? I'm already getting her to think about what she wants. And if I can get to her in enough time, I'll actually bring it there and give it to her. Does that make sense? But I can't do that and build that relationship with, because it's that extra layer of, oh, these Mary Kay ladies are really nice, right? And not this crazy, scary event that I'm walking into and I don't know anybody, right? And so people think that. And if you send me their information in enough time, you know, like on a Saturday morning, you know, I can call the guest and say, hey, you know, Brianna, thank you so much for coming and supporting Leslie with her goal of doing 30 faces. I will be doing the facial that morning. I can't wait to meet you. I've heard lots of wonderful things about you. And 9 times out of 10, I'll leave a voicemail, but it's just that extra layer of, oh, these are like real nice people. Does that make sense? Okay. They're real. People think that we're the scary Mary Kay, or that I'm the scary director. You know what I mean? Like, my director's gonna call you. She's scary. So people think that. I know they do, because they're like, oh, no, like, because I'm the director and I'm the scary lady. Seriously, so that extra person, they see like, oh, she's a real person. She's nice. She's real. She's a crazy lady too. Says dumb things. Parenting into a long one. So yeah.
My husband hears your videos and your boxers like all the time. And he was like, she sounds like a totally cool person.
Awesome. I listened to her on Fast Forward, and Kev asked me if she does crack. I was like, we talk fast regularly, but not everybody talks fast, so it's always on Fast Forward. And so then when you start talking, it's like, and he's like, did you understand that? I'm like, totally.
I got it. It's cool. All right, share about Wednesday. Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
want to have them
Wednesday,
Trina.
we want to go to career conference with a win. Does everybody want to go to career conference with a win?
Woo!
The answer is yes.
Even if
So,
you're not going to career conference,
We
you
are
want to
doing
win.
we're doing 2 different pizza, right? Pizza
Pizza and possibilities.
possibilities.
Write this down, people, because
Yeah.
this is brand spanking
And
new.
you can send people to both of them. Okay? Both of them. They're going on it simultaneously.
Free pizza.
My husband.
Okay, so if you live in Pueblo and you know people in the Springs, I'm gonna do one in the Springs at 5:30 on
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Did we say where? Somewhere on the south end. On the south end.
Let's talk about the Pueblo one while you think about
No,
that.
I don't know. I don't eat pizza.
Oh,
Okay, you talk about the Pueblo.
okay. Pueblo girls, or if you know anybody in Pueblo, all right? Pueblo, I will be doing, I just decided to do this, Pueblo, this Wednesday night at Manhattan's, 6:30 on Wednesday night. I will give them also $20 of free product for coming, and they get free pizza. I just decided to do that. Cool. I can, just because I can. Just because I can. So pizza, $20 of product, Pueblo, 6:30, Manhattan's, all right? So it's just on Highway 50, Manhattan's. Free pizza. Manhattan's, it's the only Manhattan's in Pueblo, I promise. It's on Highway 50. It's a local pizza joint. It's awesome. So Highway 50 in Pueblo, okay? She's gonna be doing, what? 6:30. I'll post all this on Facebook, I promise. Okay. Who cares? I'm just kidding. Great question. Great question. Okay, hold on. Let me explain what Pizza and Possibilities is. Pizza and Possibilities is basically they'll get pizza. They're going to get $20 of free product, and I will be sharing the marketing plan. I'll be sharing some facts about the business opportunity. So it's typically 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll just share about how we make our money in Mary Kay. And they come and give us their opinion. That's pretty much what you do. You ask them to come, just listen. They'll hear the marketing plan. They'll get to hear. Yeah.
Okay,
All right, we thought of
we're
one.
gonna do Old Chicago by World Arena. Wednesday at 5:30 is Old Chicago by World Arena.
That's up here.
What time?
What is
5:30.
5:30.
She's
I
early.
have youth group at 7.
I don't know, Nita, do you want to do it
No.
later?
What?
Do you want to do a
You
pizza
wanna do
possibility
it
later? She could do it later.
5:30.
Or 6, and then she could be there for a little bit.
Yeah, I would just have to free my children.
That's fine.
Okay. What time?
I don't know what you think.
I'm texting my husband. I should text you.
Well, I would say let's do 3 of them then. There's Borriello Brothers up by Nita's house.
Oh.
Because then we could do Nita more north. We could do Nita the north end of the Springs.
He's in the north.
So we'll do it.
And I'll do Old Chicago
at 5:30.
Okay.
At Southgate.
Oh my gosh.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
My unit.
Okay.
Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Borriello Brothers.
Old Chicago.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, listen, we're going to do them all at 6. That'll make it so much easier. All at 6.
6 p.m.
Okay, listen to me. All at 6. They get free pizza. They get $20 of product. I'm going to do Pueblo, Manhattan's Highway 50. She's going to do Southgate, Old Chicago. She's going to do Borriello Brothers in Monument
6 o'clock.
at 6 o'clock. 3 different options. We're going to blow it out of the water.
No.
In Monument, Borriello Brothers in Monument. I'll post this all on Facebook. Borriello Brothers, Southgate, Old Chicago, Manhattan. 6. Free pizza and free makeup. For an hour of their time, pretty painless. All right. Wednesday night. Okay. We'll do all that. All right. So lastly, we're going to end up with some marketing ideas. Everyone got all that? Ready for some marketing ideas?
Yeah.
Nita's putting it in her calendar. All right, Nita, take it away. How are we going to market and go meet some peeps? You can meet some peeps and Wednesday and invite them to one of these events, I'm sure.
Could meet him tomorrow too.
Can meet them tomorrow. There's tomorrow too. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yes, 2
okay,
days.
2 days.
Monday.
Short
2
notice.
days. 2 days.
Short notice is always
This is
better.
going to be a powerful week.
Yes,
Did you know this?
Yes.
Powerful week.
It's all happening.
We got Jamie. We got pizza. We got career conference. Like, what? It's cool. You'll bring sunshine. We'll bring pizza and Jamie. Okay.
So anyway,
Marketing
we're gonna talk
ideas.
about ideas to meet people. Because the whole idea behind meeting people is we all know more people than we think we do. Okay.
Mhm.
And you know how we always say, oh, I've asked everyone I know, right?
Mhm.
It really, what I have found is it comes down to sitting down and taking the time to think about people. And what I always do with new consultants is like, okay, we're gonna sit down and start writing a list of everybody that you know. And honestly, a lot of the time, it's that they run out of attention span. They don't run out of people.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Ooh.
You're running out of attention span because they're like
True.
taking 15 minutes to write people down, and then they get distracted by their phone or they get distracted by something else, and then they stop writing people down. But honestly, if you really sat down and went through people that you know from high school, or people that you know on Facebook that you haven't reached out to, people that you know at church, your neighborhood, people that you come in contact on a daily basis. You know, these are all people that you know that you probably haven't really tapped into, okay? So that's the first thing, is I would sit down tonight or tomorrow morning and just start really thinking about people you haven't talked to about Mary Kay. And if you have you covered the 3 areas? The 3 areas are, of course, the booking. The second area is the listening to the marketing plan, which is painless. Anybody can watch a video from your director, tap into a Facebook Live, or come
for pizza.
I mean, it's totally painless. If they don't want to do the facial, they can do that. And then the third area is referrals. And I have to tell you is that people are willing to give referrals if you ask them. And if you say, okay, well, if you're not willing to do all of these other things, could you give me 5 names and numbers of people that you think are overworked, overtired, and underpampered? And I'll give you any product that you've been totally loving and wanting for free, just for giving me those 5 names, okay? So that could be the 3 things that you do with the people you already know. But a lot of it is also being willing to put yourself out there. And I have to tell you, like, I am always out of my house unless I'm just not feeling good and sick or something like that. And I think that sometimes we think that we're going to build this multi-million-dollar business on Facebook, you know, or that we're going to build this multi-million-dollar business when we're at home and we're not talking to people. I mean, I look at the community events that are happening in Colorado Springs. You know, even after the meeting tonight, I'm totally tired. I don't want to go to the thing, but I'm going to make myself
That's how
go.
you found me.
What?
That's how you found
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
And I
It's
was
like,
sick that night. It was my birthday.
exactly.
And I wasn't gonna go.
And you went anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
I was
so
sick.
creating events in the community is huge. So partnering with another business and doing like a ladies' night where you can do free facials or free satin hands and satin lips. And we did this huge ladies' night at a wellness clinic, and they put together a massage therapist for free. They got free eyebrow waxing. They had a DJ. They had wine. They had food. We put this all on for free. And I think we had like 50 or 60 people come. And these are all people that I've never met. I was doing free facials. It was so much fun. And if you partner with another business that's like up and coming, they're going to want to do something like that to get their name out in the community too. And so it's really always thinking about things. You know, if you're on Facebook, sometimes events will pop up, like a suggested event. Go to the event. Even if you don't want to go to the event, go to the event because you're going to meet people. Any event that has vendors, if you don't have a table there, go anyway and meet all the vendors that are there. Get their name and number. You know, not this weekend, but April 8th, there's this big thing in Old Colorado City, Mad Hatter thing. So if you didn't have kids, it's okay. Go anyway. Meet people, meet the businesses, meet the vendors. You know, just be around people. Does that make sense? Also, if you go on meetup.com, you can pull up all of these networking groups that don't cost any money and you don't have to commit to them. Like, I'm not one of those people that wants to go to something every single week.
but you can pop in, besides my Mary Kay video.
Yeah,
It's
besides
the
our-
only thing I go to every week. But you can pop into these networking groups and they're free, and you go and you get, 15 new contacts. I did a speed networking thing on Thursday night. That was really fun, where they have 20 businesses and you sit and talk about your business for a minute, and then the other person talks about their business, and then you do musical chairs.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, but I met her because I went to a different networking event, and I met that guy because I went to a different networking event. Does that make sense? So it's like, once you get into the circle, then you start to then get the next event, the next contact. And the other thing that's really important to me is I really like building relationships. So if I meet someone, unless there's already a connection there that they want to have a facial with me, I'm going to sit down and book a coffee with them before I book a facial. That's just me, because if they were receptive to the facial, yes, I'll do that. But if they're kind of not totally sold on it yet, I'll say, let's get together for coffee. Let's get to know each other. Because every single person is a benefit to your business. Even if they're not going to purchase product, they could be a referral. They could just come to one of your events. They could be a supporter. So I like to think of myself as collecting people, not just collecting business. Does that make sense? It's that building those relationships and building a community, then they're going to refer people to you, even if they're not a customer of yours. They're going to say, oh my gosh, you got to get together with Nita because she's like the best Mary Kay consultant ever, And that's how you build your referrals and those people that come to you instead of you always trying to go get them. Does that make sense? So, yes.
So at one of those events, like the men, they're great for buying stuff for their wives to come up and have in their lives. But how do you use it more for referrals kind of thing? Like when you're building a relationship?
Well, I always give the wives' names and number. So, for
Okay.
example, at this last event, 2 people were men that were particularly interested, and one of them gave me their wife's, they both gave me their wife's name and number. Oh my gosh, my wife would totally love this.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or men, especially if they
The men's
work in an
skincare.
office. Yeah, men's
yeah.
skincare line. But you could also, her husband. But also, a lot of times they have like secretaries, or they have women in their life that you can offer a gift giving thing. Say, I can help you get a gift that would be perfect for your whatever, your coworker, or your secretary, or whatever. They hate
So
shopping.
this is an easy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're helping them.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but the main thing is we focus more on building relationships than just trying to go out and get business. Because I focus on building relationships, specifically this last year, I never have to go out and get business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I have way more business than I could ever really keep up with, because if I want to book a facial, I just look at all the relationships I've built, and I follow up with those people, and so that's kind of where I'd love everyone to get to, is that you just have so many relationships in your life that business is coming to you instead of you trying to go out and get business. Does that make sense?
So can you tell us, like, as an example, you show up to a meetup event and what do you say?
Well, usually they have a structure in the networking meeting of what you're supposed to say, but a lot of times, of course, have business cards. But I like to focus on that my goal isn't to empower women. I help improve their self-esteem and self-confidence by getting together with them for a free makeover. And so if you have any woman that needs a pick-me-up in their life, refer them to me, and I'll give them a free facial. So that's what I focus on, is really empowering women and making them feel good through the facial. And then, usually that's pretty
That's the
attractive.
Mary Kay way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Making them feel special.
I think that's just I really believe that Mary Kay is some of the nicest women.
Yeah.
I have been in several network marketing, and I'm not kidding. It's real. It's good. So I'm just gonna say kudos to you all.
Yeah, and we have something
real
wonderful
deal.
to offer, and we make women feel good about themselves.
Women need
Women
to
need that.
especially
Need it.
this day and age. We're so on the internet. There's
Yep.
not real connection,
No.
and we get this empty feeling.
Mhm.
And what it is that lack of connection. So
Absolutely.
getting here and knowing that you're valued and loved and accepted, it's such a great feeling. You
Yeah.
know? It's really it's a healing. It's almost a healing. It's a life. It's life-giving.
I love that you said that because I believe that that's what we offer for women. And you guys have to know this. Like, I think so many consultants get worried about, oh, I don't want to sell to people. It's not about that. When you're going in to sell, you're going to turn people off. That I know for me and for us, you know, ladies up here, that it's about the relationship. That if, because I believe the exact same thing. I believe our world is way, you know, I mean, like depression in our country has gone up drastically, and I believe it's because of our stupid phones and it's because of social media. Seriously, because people don't know how to seriously connect. That you have to know that that's a gift that we offer to people, is to connect. And I use the facial as a vehicle to connect, just like Charisse was talking about. We've talked about this a lot, that this gives you an excuse to connect, but you have to put yourself out there, like Nita said, and ask. Because they're not, here's the deal, is all these women are walking around lonely and they don't know it. They don't know, and they feel isolated. They think they're the only one, but they're not the one that's going to initiate that. They are not going to initiate that. That by you just reaching out to her and saying, so I always focus on the relationship. And what Nita said, you know, and initially too, a lot of things she said was great, but, you know, make that list of those acquaintances. And I would shoot for all of you guys I would encourage all of you to not stop, like she said, until you hit 100 people. Because I promise you have 100 people in your life that you have not reached out to. And you have more than, I'd say you have way more than that, but don't stop until you get 100. Don't just say, I don't know 100 people. No, that you're not being focused. I know you know people. What about the Starbucks lady that gets your favorite coffee? What about the lady at King Soopers that you'll make small talk with? She's always nice. You know, what about that neighbor down the street with the big dog? You know, you don't maybe not even know her name, but there are people in your life. And so I'd encourage you to do that. And then the second piece of why I even brought that up is, every time I'm reaching out to someone like that, I always focus on the relationship. That neighbor down the street with the big dog, that I don't even know her name. Next time I see her, I intentionally go make that effort. Like Nita said, you put yourself out there and say, excuse me, I don't even know you. You're a neighbor. I know we wave at each other all the time. I forgot your name. Like, be a big I don't mind saying I'm a schmuck. I completely forgot your name. I know you told me a long time ago. I know this is crazy. Just like Brianna said, I know this is crazy, but I have a huge goal to do 30 practice spaces. I would love to get together with you and pamper you and get to know you better. Write that down. And get to know you better. You are asking to build a relationship with her. There's no way she's going to say no. Anytime in my life that I've asked those acquaintances to be a face for me and get to know you better, they never say no.
I agree. And women are hungry for this.
They're hungry.
They
They don't know.
I, for myself, was that woman.
Yeah.
I am that woman, okay? I went through significant loss. My husband died. My mom died. My dad died. I empty nested. Okay, I got remarried and moved. All at once. I shut down. I never had a problem with depression. I never, ever. I'm a rubber ball man. I bounce back. Like,
You had to be.
exercise a little. It helps me get out of depression. But this girl right here has walked through so much dirt and loss. And just, it was real. Like, it was something I've never experienced. And I slipped into this cave. This world that I was so unfamiliar with. And I didn't even know how to function. I didn't have it within me to function. I even went to stores and grocery shopping, and I forgot how to talk to people because I isolated myself because I went through such a dark time. I almost had a nervous breakdown. My hair was falling out. I was balding. I gained 40 pounds. I'm not kidding. My world went upside down. And what happened was, and then I got a phone. This thing added on top of the isolation.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you that it's so refreshing. And I know this because for me, I'm just going to be real. I was just getting and just connecting with other women. Like, was so deep for me. And just, I don't know, it just brought joy and happiness and love. You just have to love on women. That's it. Just love on them. And they need it. I needed it. I remember the church I go to. I was church hopping. This is our second time living here. And I went out everywhere. And this church I'm at now, my husband was in Afghanistan at the time, back in 2010. I walked in, and this woman, oh my gosh, what I went through. I moved here in 2010. My mom died 6 months prior. My oldest son went to prison. I'm just going to tell you, I've been through a lot of stuff. My middle boy OD'd in front of me on the floor dead. Okay? Oh, yeah. Well, I found him on the floor dead. I'm telling you, what I walked through, there is a God. If no one believes, it's okay. I respect you, but for me, I'm telling you right now, I was in the worst time of my life, okay? I walked into this church, and this woman, I've been all around, this woman, she hugged me. I sat there and I cried. I literally cried my eyes out. Because my new husband, I just lost my mom 6 months prior. I moved here. My oldest son was in prison, okay? It was bad, okay? And this woman, all I needed was a hug. And because I felt so alone, I need a physical hug. And to this day, God has just done so much. And I've been back, and this is my home church now. And we left here and moved, and now we're back again. God brought us back here. I did not want to come back. No, I did not.
Don't ever tell God what you don't want.
I'm not kidding. I said, no. My husband's like, and by the way, I have to tell you something. God is a God of restoration. My oldest son, he is doing amazing. He got out in 2012. Amazing. He was never a bad kid. It's just after their dad died, he tried to cover his pain.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Their dad died of brain cancer. He was 18. My other brother was 16 and my daughter was 12. It was not a good time to lose your dad. Never is. And I did not, it was awful. And he went to college a month and a half after his dad died. I empty nested and my middle boy went with him. And I went to my counselor and I said, I'm just having a hard time. My husband died. He goes, what? And then he found out my kids moved away within a month and a half. He said, honey, you did not just lose your husband. You're grieving your 2 children. Yeah. You've had 3 major losses in your life. I said, that's why I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Like, I could not even function. Like, seriously. And I had to get up every day and take my daughter to school. She's 12, you know. She needs her mom. And she's beautiful. And to this day, I look back and I'm like, I told her, I said, I'm sorry for 3 months. I was temporarily insane. Like, I couldn't even function. And my husband now, my husband worked with my late husband. And I cannot believe this. I have such a bittersweet story. I will be married again in 10 years now. But God just, I cannot believe I got another good man. I prayed for him though. But I said, you know, if you want to be married again, you're going to have to make it obvious because I was terrified. Honestly, I didn't know who was coming to the house. But I'm just saying, I was, right, there's crazies out there. You know, women are crazy.
Right.
Like, I didn't want it. Like, it was crazy. You know, my world was crazy. And my children, they have overcome so much. And I have such a heart for this young generation that we're losing to overdoses. Like, I'm not kidding, because I went through a lot of this stuff, and I'm here to tell you, I'm here to bring hope. And I was that woman, so give hugs and be kind and loving.
And connect.
So I'm sorry.
I appreciate you sharing, but I think she just reminds us the power of connecting and the hugs and what we can offer for women that you have to realize this is not about you. It's not about you looking stupid. It's not about what she's going to think. It's about what we offer women. And the biggest thing we offer them is hope. And that things can be different, and you know, and that really the connection piece. So thank you for sharing. That was that was and sorry if I made it feel awkward. I just wanted them to hear from you.
Oh, there's people there.
So yeah, no, that's awesome. It's awesome. All right.
They're nice
I
people.
love it. They're nice. They're across the country. So don't worry. You'll probably never meet them. But let's see. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, I know we've gone over time, but I thank you guys for coming. And I hope that, I just believe that tonight was totally a God thing about how just reminding you guys it's about connecting. This is about connecting. We have to get out of our own way, get out of our own head, get over ourselves, and get out there and go bless people. Because He can use you in mighty ways. You don't know what other people are going through. And I think that's the thing when we don't get a text back and think, I must have done something wrong.
Right.
Or I must have done this. No, it's not about you. She probably had a bad day and forgot. Or a kid fell off the couch, you know, who knows? Or a bad life, you know, it's nothing to do with you. That we can bless people. So let's get out there and bless people this week. And I'd encourage you to just ask when people get people into these events, because we got some great events coming up. So, all right.
Say your affirmation.
Say your affirmation. Get y'all here. Okay. All right. Those of you at home, now she knows you're there and what we're doing. Say it like you mean it. Say it with us, all right? Stand up and stand up at home and do it. Ready? Say this like you mean it. Follow after me. It's cool. I'm great.
I'm great.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'm a woman of excellence. I'm a superstar. You really believe that? I'm a superstar. I will let nobody push my button. There's nobody rain on my parade. I will go over. I'll go under. I'll go round. And I'll go straight through. Any obstacle. Because I'm highly motivated. Truly dedicated. And I'm a future free car driver in the making.